Just can you please give us a small introduction to yourself and how you got into writing?
Yeah, so I started when I was in school, just sort of writing for competitions, writing for English classes. It would always be stories when you were sort of like 7 or 8 or something. So I just wanted to carry on when I was at home, and it's really hard to pinpoint a time when I started because I've just always done it. So I think that's where it sort of originated from, just the joy of it at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And then
it's
it bloomed into a career as well.
that's exactly it. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride, a long ride, and hopefully it'll go on still.
Yeah, well, hopefully that is the case. With all authors, we want them to succeed, and it's so exciting that you're going to a signing event as well. Is it your first time going, or have you been before?
It's my very first signing, so especially at like a proper big event like this. I'm told
Yeah.
it's like the best in the country, so I'm really excited. From everyone that I've spoken to. So yeah, I'm so excited. It's been interesting trying to get prepared for it because I really don't know what to expect. So I've just been sort of hounding my friends for info, just like how many books you take. Just
Yes.
I can't drive, so like I've got a friend to drive me and everything. And yeah, it's so exciting. A tiny bit intimidating, but more exciting than anything.
Yes.
Like just it's going to be so much fun.
No, it's going to be intimidating for everyone, including the readers that are going to see you. We're all introverted at heart, so we'll probably be like nervous. Next, just blabbing about our favourite books. We're all going to be in the same boat. But that is so exciting, and yeah, all the authors I've spoken to say it's their favourite event. It's my first time attending that signing event and volunteering, so I am very excited. I'll be in the same boat as you, as I'll be a bit nervous
Yeah,
going
but
around interviewing authors.
that's it. It's yeah, that's got to be quite fun though. That's getting to know everyone, and you'll
Yes.
have loads of friends by the time you get there.
And a really long TBR as well. A big list of books to
Oh
buy.
yeah, of course. Yes, it's
That
going to be
comes
a
with the
lot.
event, doesn't it? Yes. I'm hoping I'm
Absolutely.
too
That's
busy
why
to
we
spend
go.
money.
Yeah, I think we definitely will, but hopefully the people who are like, the readers coming, like I mean, oh, it's just going to be heaven.
It is, definitely is. I'm very excited for it. What
Yeah,
drew you
me
to your
too.
current genre or style?
I mean, I'm definitely off the bat, sort of the children's books, sort of Roald Dahl, the Harry Potter series, all of that sort of got me into kind of the magic elements. And urban fantasy was just a sort of natural progression of those kinds of childhood genres for me. And I was very lucky that it kind of came into its era when I was about a teenager. It was just starting to gain steam. It was just the perfect timing, and so it felt like the next natural step, to in storytelling for me, and one that I wanted to concentrate on. I'm probably delving more into cozy a little bit more in the future, but it's also going to be magic, the fantasy elements in the modern world, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to stray away from that. Or if I do, it's gonna need to be really, really big. It's going to be need to be something
Yeah,
quite enticing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Are you more YA or are you new adult?
A more new adult, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, YA. I don't know. It had its place in my life, definitely as a reader, but as a writer, I don't think it's ever really. Yeah, it's always been new adult. So you just
Yeah.
kind of fall into these. You fall into what feels natural and what you feel like you want to write, and it just always ended up leaning towards new adult, even though young adult is arguably more popular, and you'd make a little more money from that genre. But you've got to follow your heart really on these things, I
Yeah.
think.
I'm definitely firmly in the adult section. I can't personally, YA just isn't for me at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Whilst there's some really good YA books out there, they're just not quite for me. I don't
That's
know.
it.
I can't quite give a reason why. I just don't know. I think it's because with romance books, it's what you're looking for in life, isn't it? It's what
That's it.
for me, it's what I dream of, and it's a way to escape from not having
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that's why I want the adult books, so it's a bit more of an escape and a bit more. I don't know how to describe it.
No, I totally understand. Like because teenage life, when you were a young adult, didn't it just feel a bit? It just felt very different to how you feel as an adult. It felt like a bit of a dream. You were just discovering
Yeah,
yourself and everything. And now we're out the other end. I think this whole discovery of adulthood is just, it doesn't sit with us anymore. In fact, as teenagers, I don't know about you, but I prefer to forget my teenage years. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm only just out of them at 21, so yes.
You're so mature. You don't look
Oh, thank you.
older. You're just so
I think
mature. That's I
most
really do put you in
people
sort of your late
tend to say that, to
20s.
be fair. I've never really had the proper teenage years. I've never really felt that way.
Yeah,
Not with like the partying or anything. I mean, I went on ski seasons and that was kind of my going out phase. But
yeah,
otherwise, I've always felt a bit, I don't know.
yeah.
But a lot of people tend to say I'm slightly more mature, but hopefully that's a good thing.
Oh, definitely. More emotional maturity is just going to help you enjoy your life quicker, I think, because the pressure, especially in your 20s, to sort of go out and everything. When all my friends
Yeah.
started turning 30, and they're all like, "Oh, you know what? Let's just sit in tonight." I'm like, "Finally."
Finally, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, exactly. Been like this since I was 16, but everyone's finally sort of agreeing with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Somebody
it.
said to me the other day, I look like a 19-year-old, but with a mind of a 40-year-old. I'm like, is that a compliment?
I think it is.
Or
Like, that's got to be a compliment. Because, I mean, by the
I
time you're
was taking it
40,
as one anyway.
yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, in fact, it's probably going to help you a lot. Like, when you're 40, you'll be like a 70-year-old and you'll have all this life experience. Like, sorry, that was supposed to be also a compliment, but it did not sound that way at all, so I apologize.
It's definitely. It's nice to know that I am on that level because I've always struggled to fit in with my age at school and high school. Everywhere I've not had a good experience, and I think it is because I was just more mature than
Yeah,
them.
that's
So
it.
like my friends, people find it weird, but like I'm going to a book signing event in 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks, and I'm staying at this my friend's house, and she's a mum of four, and I don't know how old she is, but she's a mum of four, and they're always just like, you have friends that are like that. I'm like, yes, because I feel like I'm on the same wavelength. We love books, and it's just so much easier to talk to them as well. So I
Yes,
think people
that's the
just,
key.
it's always been a weird one,
Yeah, that's it.
but nice,
No, it was
very
definitely the
nice.
same at your age as well. Yeah, it's tough. And with the internet now, like, because of course when I was 21, the internet was just starting out. Show my age now. But so now you've got the internet, you connect with all these people and these events as well to like find like-minded people. And yeah, your friends might
Yes.
be older for now, but it makes you
I
happy.
don't mind. I love it. And that's why I love talking to the authors as well, and all of you. It's just been so lovely to meet new people, get a massive TBR, and get
Yeah,
excited for the event as well. So it's been a great experience so far. And
absolutely.
it's a few months away now, aren't we?
I'm so unprepared. Like I was on top of things until we started moving, and now I am just so behind. So yeah, I've got to catch up like crazy. We're just
Have you got
moving everything into boxes, out of boxes now, and oh my goodness. Anyway,
have you got an idea
sorry.
for swag maybe to have on your table or anything like that?
Yes, I am hand making. This is going to bite me in the bum later, but I am hand making little pouches, like free pouches, to put like swag in. So a couple of stickers, maybe like a sweet or something, a business card, a little bits of swag
Yeah.
like that. And I'm hand making them, so you can also buy like I'm making colorful ones as well, like out of really nice fabric, and they'll be with books. So if you buy a book, you'll get one, or like a book series or something, you'll get one, and it's going to be like first come first serve basis because I'll only have so many,
Yeah.
and I'll do like a couple. Like I think I've got like 150 on the Friday, like of the free ones, and then 150 on the Saturday of the free ones. I haven't even started on the colourful ones yet, so I really need to get my bum into gear. But yeah, so
That's
I've got
so lovely, but yes,
yeah.
crazy pressure for when you're moving house as
I,
well.
I put too much on my plate all the time and then have a mad rush at the end. It's a story of my life. Yeah, but there'll be a lot of swag. There will be. I'm also working getting t-shirts done, tote bags.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so alongside, yeah, bookmarks and things like that. Maybe even pens. I'm undecided on the pens. I've still to make a decision, but I was with Heather G. Harris on
I think
Saturday.
a
Like,
favourite of mine
sorry?
is stickers. I love stickers. Because
Yes.
you have like, I have a scrapbook that I always do, and on the author pages I like to put stickers, but that's like a personal
Yes.
favourite, definitely. But yeah, bookmarks, tote bags, the perfect merch for a reader.
Yes, that's it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and maybe some
Can't go
keyrings
wrong.
or something. That's it. Stickers are just, yeah, I think they're a real winner at the minute, aren't they? Yeah.
There's that massive trend of having them on your Kindle, like a clear case,
That's it.
and they look amazing. So
Yeah.
definitely stickers
Personalized.
is a favourite.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
say you're more plot driven or people driven in your storytelling?
I'm in a transition at the moment, so I'm rediscovering my methods as we speak, which is uncomfortable and slightly frustrating because it's very time consuming. So I think I very much used to be plot driven. Um, I'm now sort of evolving into more of a character driven method. I try really hard to plot, but a lot of pantsing goes on also. And yeah, I mean, I thought I had my method down, and I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. So it's all yeah, it could be because of big changes in my own life that there've been quite a few in the last couple of months that's maybe why this is happening. But yeah, so it is transitioning now to a character driven, and I'm still finding my feet with it. So yeah, with the next series, hopefully.
Writing's this journey as well. You start off in writing and you learn as you go. There's a lot to it, and there's like when your life changes, obviously it's going to change your writing as well. So it's this big journey. So I'm not surprised that on the way it'll change. But yeah, I can imagine it's quite of like a bit different to try and make it in the writing style different and to have a different method to your writing. I
Yeah.
bet it can be quite
It's a lot, but it feels like it feels
yes,
right, and it goes
yeah,
again with this sort of idea of needing to listen to your heart, really, for lack of a better term, and to really follow your gut. And it's not on the practical level, you think to yourself, but this is going to take time and effort and it's going to change it. This is unknown and that's scary. And then
yeah,
you just think, but if I ignore it, it's going to keep bugging me and it's just going to happen later
yeah.
probably. And quite, I'm very sure that this transition will lead to better books. So I can't argue with it, and I won't.
Follow if you don't follow your guts, it might come across in your books. At the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you're writing. You have to love the books, otherwise readers probably won't. So as long as you're happy with it, and if the method is a little bit problematic and long, but at least in the end, the outcome, you'll be happy with your books, and you'll really be excited to give them out to people and
Yes.
sharing the excitement for your books. So definitely, it's an interesting one, but yeah, it's worth it in the end to have that long journey, but then have something that you're so proud of at the
That's
end.
it.
So
Absolutely,
I
yeah. And
definitely understand.
the evolution of it is just part of you'll look back, read your old books, and yeah, it's part of it. It's part of the whole life journey, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Like life isn't simple as well. It's not this big easy thing. So obviously in writing that will have to come across because it is not all sunshine and
that's
rainbows.
it. And you know what? I have to remind myself every time things get difficult. If life was simple, we'd be bored. So let's be grateful for the
Yes.
the intricacies.
If life was so good and so brilliant, we wouldn't want to escape in
Exactly.
books.
Yes, the publishing would not exist.
I mean, I know if I had my morally grey book boyfriend who's only devoted to me, I probably wouldn't want to be reading books because my attention would be on him. But that's not the case, so
Not yet, anyway. You're very young. You'll still have your chance.
yes. Yeah, not yet. Do you ever see parts of yourself in your characters, or would you say you're totally different?
They always end up having a bit of me. It usually comes up just when I'm in the first draft, and
Yeah,
something will pop up, and I'm just like, yep, there it is. Just these little sort of, mannerisms or something that they like. And a lot of the time, they're very different from me, very, very different. But yeah, they will share sort of just very small sort of background elements that make up who they
yeah,
are. There will be some overlap, so which I like because I don't want them to be like me, really. They're off having adventures, and if I'm honest with myself, I do wonder how long I'd last in one of the adventures I write. So it's probably quite important that they are different. But yeah,
that's what I say to myself when people ask me, "Would you survive in like a zombie apocalypse?" And I'll outright say, "No,
yeah,
I would not." And I am so fine with myself to say and admit I
yeah,
would not be fine
it's
if I was in
okay
a
with it.
fantasy book like Akata. Whatever it was, that big slug thing, whatever it was, the snake. Have you watched it? Is it
I
the
actually
wind?
haven't. No, I
I don't
should.
know. There was this big thing in a trial. I would have been eaten. I would not have killed it. I would have. Yeah, I can admit that to myself. No. So as much as you like to put yourself in books and see yourself in books, yeah, I completely understand. That would not be me. I'd be dead in the first chapter.
Oh, that needs to be a sticker. You give me an idea now. In real
I'd be dead
life,
in the first
we did
chapter.
in the first chapter. Yeah, gonna have to cut it down somehow, but that's good. Yeah.
I feel like that's so relatable though. I just wonder how many people out there actually think, yeah, I could so be in these fantasy books. What is it in fourth thing? I haven't read it, but is it the that little wall thing that people keep on mentioning? I don't know. I haven't read
I
them
haven't read
just
it
yet.
either. Yeah.
No,
No. Yeah.
I would have not survived, but I wonder how many people think, yeah, I could do that. I could face dragons. I don't think
Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder what they're like in real life if they think they can defeat a dragon in a book. It's just
you have
skydiving
to
and
think,
yeah, bungee jumping maybe.
yeah, what happened in life that made you think you could do
Yeah,
that?
exactly. I'm invincible. Oh, no, we're not.
No, it's certainly not.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling to have. Not very self-preserving though. So
No. Good thing, hopefully, they're never in the situation where they actually have to find out.
the
My
river.
brother, on the other hand, he would thrive in like a zombie apocalypse or something. I'd stick with him.
Yeah.
Me, I'll read as many books as possible before the time is done and then.
Yes. There'll be libraries out there, and zombies won't be reading. We could just find a library
No,
somewhere, hunker down, and, have at
give
it.
me a few
Sounds good.
snacks. Yeah. I'll wait it out. I don't need to find and save people out. Other people can have that job. I'll hide. I'll read the books.
Yeah, Twinkies
Maybe
last a
get through
long
my
time.
TBR.
Exactly.
So you say you love reading. Would you say you're more of a fast reader or a slow reader? And does that come across in your writing as well? Like, are you quite different with?
Yeah, I am slow. I've been a slow reader for a while. This has been a couple of years of transition for me, and it has affected my reading, which is unfortunate. I'm getting back into it. It's what I really need to do is carve out some time because with two part-time jobs and a and books,
Yes.
it's challenging. So I am going to be properly now once we're settled in, we'll be allocating time for reading. But ADHD brain, just the unpredictability is difficult to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting back into reading. It's one of those lulls that you have in life, I think, where you do just stop reading and then eventually you just go nuts again. And I think I'm just coming out of one of
Yes.
those. Yeah. So I'm a very slow reader at the moment.
Like I didn't start reading until high school, so not that too long ago.
Yeah.
So I never had that lull, but I just feel like it probably will happen at some point. But for you, you're juggling the jobs and then writing as well. You can't find much time to do it.
There's
Like I read whenever I can. I'll come home from work at 1:30 in the morning and I'll read a page. But that's because I can. But with writing and reading and all of that, so no wonder there's not a lot of time to actually focus on the reading as well.
It needs to be done,
Yeah.
absolutely, because I do find that the quality in my writing and, the ease with which the plots and characters come increases exponentially when I'm reading more. And so it's
Yeah.
just unfortunate at the moment that that's the case. It's good. It's at an end. It's coming to an end, and it's one of
Yeah.
those inevitable things in life, I think. So, yeah,
Well, maybe this signing event will inspire you. You'll have loads of books to read,
I'll buy so
and maybe
much.
that will help you get back into it.
Yeah, yeah. If anything could.
Yes. I mean, my TBR, I don't even want to know how long it is now. I've
Yeah.
done these interviews and I've just got so many books to read.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Yeah.
I've just started watching Outlander as well, and I'm obsessed.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's taken up a lot of my time. It's like I really want to read, but I want to watch this series, and it's 7 seasons
Oh, goodness.
with like 14 episodes in each one that are an hour long
Oh,
each.
wow.
It's gonna take me a long time to watch.
Definitely. Yeah, got to get the TV series in before the zombie apocalypse, though, because there won't be any electricity.
Yes, and I'm trying to study for my day skipper qualification, which admittedly I need to do more of because I'm a great procrastinator and I like to put things to the side.
Oh,
So
a bookish
I
introvert who's
need
a
to do more of it.
procrastinator. Who would have thought it?
Yes, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Shocker.
We are one of a kind, aren't we? We're of a kind, should I say? Yeah.
A rare breed. Yes. I feel like majority of the people that read will be procrastinators. And sometimes I actually procrastinate reading books, like certain books.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Brain just must be distracted at all times.
Yes, basically. Can you please give us a brief overview of your books? Where do you think readers should start with? That sort of thing.
Yeah, so they're a little bit sort of varied. Sorry, I'm just going to readjust. So I've got a vampire romance, which is 7 books long, and a mermaid romance, which is 3 books long. And I tend to write in the enemies to lovers, forbidden romance sort of tropes. Love the forbidden romance thing.
My favourite.
Yeah,
My
it's lots of
absolute
fun.
favourite trope.
Just the fact that they can't is just somehow the biggest draw. Yeah, so they are all along those lines. Apart from Road to Runes, which I'm just currently writing. The book 2 will be finished by the event. And the series will be complete by next year. And that's actually a second chance romance, but it's also kind of enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
It has sort of, and it's also a little bit forbidden romance. The problem is that I can't really explain why, because it's integral to the
I'll
plot.
give it away.
Don't reveal that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to make any spoilers, which in itself has made the whole marketing of it actually quite difficult. So I dug myself into a hole there a little bit. It's been fun to write, but yeah. So I do very much sort of stick to the urban fantasy, forbidden romance, enemies to lovers kind of tropes. The next 2 series I plan to write are going to be forbidden romance, slightly more cozy, but yeah, forbidden romance, and one of them is enemies to lovers. So yeah, that's very much my vein, and lots of sidekicks as well. We've got in Road to Runes, we've got Hecate, the Grim Malkin. She's Maine Coon. She looks like a Maine Coon, but she's a Grim Malkin, which is like a magical cat, and she steals everything. So and
Sounds like a cat.
she's been so much fun to write that I'm also going to be adding a lot of animal sidekicks as well in future books. Yeah.
That sounds so exciting, though.
Yeah.
Those are like the perfect tropes, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like a checklist. I see those tropes, immediately want to download them. Yes, please. And what are the names of those series then? The
So
mermaid one, the vampire one.
Oh yeah, so it's the Rogue Valkyrie series, which begins with Valkyrie Cursed as book 1, and that's the vampire romance. And then we've got the Moonlight Mermaid series, which starts with Midnight Waters. And I also do have like a short sort of novella series as well, which is Necromancers, again enemies to lovers and forbidden romance, which is Shadow Sect Necromancers series. So that's a kind of a shorter one. So I kind of recommend getting the box set for that because there's a box set for it. And then Road to Runes is druid romance. So that's everything I've got at the minute. And there is a special edition of the Moonlight Mermaid series in omnibus, which is gorgeous. It's got like all the foiling and it's beautiful. So that's going to be available at the event as well, which I'm hoping everyone will just look at and be like, that's how I feel. Like I've kept the first one. I'm like, I should really sell this. No, I'm keeping it, keeping my shiny thing. Yeah. So those are my sort of 4 series at the moment, and I will be making plenty more despite the jobs. So I've also got a novella series which is called the Shadow Sect Necromancers, and I recommend getting the box set for that because they're all quite short and the cover's a bit better on the box set. And then we've got Road to Runes, which is that's called the Forbidden Prophecy series, which starts with Road to Runes that I'm currently writing. So that will be finished by sort of January 2026. All the books will be finished, and yeah. But the paperbacks are going to be available at the event for books 1 and 2. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so that's my 4 series currently. And of course, always thinking about the next one. So that's also being planned.
Thank you so much for adding to my TBR. So grateful for that.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Honestly, the perfect type of books. I was able to stop myself from buying. I really, really can't. But knowing me, on the day, I'll probably end up going a little bit crazy.
Don't
as
expect
I
me to
always
stop
do.
you. It's not going to happen.
I've literally got nowhere to put them. I still live with my parents, and I was like, do you need a spare bedroom? Can't it just be like
A
my
library.
library room?
Yeah.
You know, just I can fit probably like 2, push 3 bookshelves in there.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
don't
adds
need that, do
value
you?
to the house. Like, I'm sure, what other house can be marketed as saying that it has a library?
Yeah, I don't think she really saw it as that, so sadly that's a no.
Darn.
I see some people have their books just lined up on their floor. That's
Yes.
probably going to end up being me.
Yes, we
No
don't have
space.
nearly enough bookshelf space either, so we're still unpacking, so we'll see.
That's what my one dream in life, my one must, no, I have to do it, and that's have a library room.
Yes.
I don't care about spare bedrooms, they can
Yes.
sleep on the floor or the sofa. I am having a library room.
Yes, it is an achievable goal.
Non-negotiable.
I have a super fan of mine who is lovely. I won't say her name, but she's just moved house and she has made her own library. And like I'm always asking her, I'm like, so how's it going? How's the library going? I'm living vicariously through her because she has actually got her own library, and I'm just like, oh, goals.
So jealous.
Yeah, but it is achievable. Like
How
it's
does it feel
happening.
living my dream?
Yeah. It's something to aspire to for us all. Yeah.
Yeah. Future husband, just so you know what, getting a man cave? I'm having my library
Yeah.
room.
The morally grey future husband.
Yeah. Who's devoted to me, of
Of
course. So of course he'll
course.
give me the library room. Of course.
He will build it for you. Like, you won't even need to ask.
Yes. It's like I used to jokingly say, I need a husband who is a chef, a cleaner, a builder, a masseuse. What else? Just so he can.
Yeah, I'm sure, different careers all in one. That's not too much to ask. It's fine.
No, not at all. And a Viking, because they're always like, oh my god, amazing.
That's coming in my next series. Is sort of Viking-esque, modern day still, but
Yes.
Viking-esque, like from a long line of sort of Vikings in this guild. His name is Rorik, so yeah, Viking
That's
name.
so exciting. Have you watched The Last Kingdom or Vikings?
I haven't. No, I watched Vikings, but I haven't watched The Last Kingdom.
Oh, you have to watch The Last. That's what got me into it, and then I watched Vikings and then Vikings of Valhalla. But The Last Kingdom is brilliant. Uhtred
Excellent.
of Bebbanburg. Oh, yes.
I am watching that now. Thank you for adding to my be watched list.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's nice and easy.
Just to help you along.
Yes, thank you.
It's been absolutely lovely talking to you today. Sorry about all the problems with Wi-Fi.
My goodness.
Hopefully it comes out where
Yeah.
I can see your face because it's a bit pixelated right now.
Yes.
But yeah, I really look forward to seeing you in October
Yeah, same.
and seeing all your beautiful books laid out as well and all your swag packs that you're gonna
Yes.
do.
Yeah, come and get one. They'll
Yeah.
be, come early.
Yes, I will. I'm just gonna run around all the tables to see everyone and not disrupt you
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Anyway,
great
thank you
talking to
so
you. Thank you
much.
for having